It was at this moment he realized he fucked up.
Welcome, guys. This video is kind of a gripe video. I just went through a whole bunch of nonsense because of Microcenter. I made a video in the past. I've been on their side from the beginning because we didn't have any good computer stores in the state, except for some really small ones. So I did a tour of the Microcenter when they opened in Indianapolis, and then I bought this computer when it came out. I assembled it, and I've been using this computer for the last 2.5 years. However, even right off the bat, it was a pain in the butt because the motherboard that they sold me didn't work. And then I had to drive another 6-hour round trip to exchange it. And when I did, I wanted to make sure it worked before I had to make a second trip. So I had them assemble it for $40 and test it. They did that. So fast forward 2.5 years later, I'm doing some light sequencing or something, I forget. I remoted into this computer from my Mac Mini, and I go in the kitchen, which is where I am now. And then I go back in there and the computer's off. I'm like, well, that's weird. Well, it won't turn back on again. You push the power button and one little light lit up on it and the fans slightly spun and then quit. I unhooked everything off the computer myself. I unhooked every USB device, took out the hard drive, tried one RAM chip at a time, narrowed it down so that I knew that it was either 1, the motherboard, or 2, the processor. And then I called Microcenter. And Microcenter told me when I called that I had a manufacturer's warranty for 3 years, which is, I thought was weird because the website for at least the processor said it was 1 year, but maybe it's changed since I bought it. I don't know. So I took it to a place in Evansville called PC Quest. I was going to try Best Buy. I was going to try some other places. They all wanted like $100 to diagnose it. I was like, all I need to know is which one of these two things is broke, how much. And PC Quest was like $40. I was like, bet. So I took it in there. And to my surprise, they told me the motherboard was bad. I was convinced it was the processor. So I called Microcenter back and said, look, I need the receipt because I need to RME this. And I can't find it on your website because when I enter my email address that I bought it from and my phone number, which I know you have because you send me ads all the time on it, my purchases aren't on there. So the woman on the phone says,
yeah, you have full replacement, okay?
are you sure? I thought I had to RME it.
No, you have 3 years full parts and labor.
I'm like, parts and labor? Well, where's that covered? Oh, you can just bring it back into Microcenter and we'll cover it for you. I'm like, really? Because that's not what I was told last time. No. I saw it, and I'll send you receipts so you can just show them the receipts when you get there, and all's handled. Okay, well, I didn't know I had and labor. So I drove all the way to Microcenter today from Evansville, which was a 2-hour, 45-minute one-way drive, carried my computer into the store, and had the guy tell me that the woman on the phone was wrong.
Drove 180 miles for nothing. Parts and labor is just something they print on the box. This board can be replaced.
I called the Indianapolis Microcenter store, except that you can't actually do that. It redirects to their corporate office, and you talk to a call center.
They don't know much.
In their corporate office. And the guy's like, oh, they told you that on the phone? Oh, no. It's not covered. You have manufacturer's warranty. You got to go through the manufacturer. And I said, but it says parts and labor. Yeah, but they all say that. They all say that. Who covers the labor? And then he proceeds to tell me that...
But if you pick out a brand new board, we can install it for $100.
Like, for real? The only thing making me not chew nails right now over this whole thing is that I wanted to upgrade anyway, but I didn't have any problem with this motherboard, and what I had was nice. So I'm probably going to sell the processor, or if I keep it, I am going to RME the motherboard and build my second computer with it. But now I have this stack of goodies to mess with instead. My existing chip was a 7800 X3D, which when I bought it was the world's fastest gaming processor. And it also did productivity pretty dang good too. And I do game on the system, but I didn't really care if it was top of the line for that, because I had, my video card was a RTX 2080, and that's 3 generations old now. So I'm fixing that also. That's actually the only thing I was really thinking about upgrading anyway. But I got a 5070. It's got more RAM in it. 3 generations newer, and much better ray tracing. A lot of people don't care about ray tracing. I like the eye candy because I'm using a monitor I'm using a TV as a monitor, so it's locked to 60. I don't get like the 90, 100, 120 frames. I just want the best detail I can at 60. So that's what I get. And to go with it, I got a processor that normally is, well, I'm going to be paying for it for the next year. But I got the 9950 X3D. This is a 16-core processor with 3D NAND on 8 of the cores. So it's slightly faster for gaming than the 7800 X3D is. And it has another 8 cores for productivity. I do a lot of, I swear it's like a Linus Tech Tips video up in here. I do a lot of coding. I do a lot of work with RAM cache. I do a lot of AI stuff. So I need the cores as well. It takes a while to build anything in Visual Studio, for example. So I got those two things. And then I have this brand new motherboard, which interestingly, the guy says, well, in the specs, AM5 has to come with Wi-Fi. This is something else that the Microcenter guy said. AM5 has to come with Wi-Fi. And I was like, well, that's weird, because the motherboard in it now is an AM5 motherboard and does not have Wi-Fi in it. It has an expansion slot for it. So I'm losing all faith in those guys over there. I went and I bought this stuff and I gave them business, but they really did me dirty this time. And the reason I gave them business is because the only store in Evansville that stocks hardware cheat people. That's Computers Plus. They're a bunch of cheaters. They will lie to you and tell you you need a whole computer when you don't, when you go in and get shit diagnosed. I saw them charge a woman $380 to diagnose a laptop. $380. And then they diagnosed it wrong. They told her it needed a motherboard and a screen. It turned out it needed a screen. I hooked an external monitor up to it and it worked. How do you not notice that the computer works when you're testing it? People are stupid over there. But anyway, maybe they'll go out of business eventually. PC Quest, like I said, I like those guys, but they've pivoted away from hardware. They're heading into home theater and home automation stuff. I guess there's more money in it. They sell some pre-made stuff, but if you want parts from them, you got to order it. So Microcenter at least stocks the stuff, and they got a lot of it. So you can go in there. I mean, that's the thing about a physical store, right? I bought this case. Look at this thing. All the panels slam down on it. The back side opens up. It's got covers. Let me show you the other side of it. This is the case I bought a year and a half ago. This case was $160. It's got RGB in it. It's got this panel hides the hard drives and the power supply. This glass swings open, and you can take it off. It's got an air vent thing. I mean, it's got hidden cabling. How would I know how all that stuff worked if I bought it online? You know, you need to try this stuff. So I don't have a problem with the power supply. Power supply is great. This was a very nice cooler, and it was recommended by a Microcenter guy. But I bought some filament from him, and that filament's crap. The black stuff is like, it was like brittle and breaks when you move it. It's like it's recycled. Anyway, so if any of you were thinking of going to Microcenter, I can no longer put my recommendation behind them anymore because they are not covering their stuff. They should cover stuff that they assemble. I had that computer built there, and I have to RME the parts myself. That is stupid. That's why I brought the thing home this time, to put the parts in it. I'm not paying them to install it if it doesn't matter in the long run, because I sure don't need their help to assemble it. I almost cursed the guy out when he told me it was $100 to put a motherboard in it. Anyway, that's all I got. What would fix this going forward? Knowledgeable employees in their call center. Maybe everybody gets on the same page. Or even better yet, maybe they cover and support their own stuff without making you spend extra money for an extended in-house warranty if they assembled it. I inquired about it this time. They wanted almost an extra $100 to put a labor warranty on this video card. I was like, and that's just the one part. It would have cost like $300 to add warranty to this stuff. I swear the computer stores are going to hell. Maybe I should get into that business instead of just power supplies. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got. Rant over. John out.